How's it going, guys? Damien here from Clove, and boy do we have a big unboxing for you today. Well, more of an XL unboxing, as today I'll be unboxing the brand new Google Pixel 3 XL in black, as you can see here. Now, Google have won the praise of many by crafting their own software as well as their own hardware, and the classic Google design is recognizable anywhere. The device is clean, pure, and takes some of the best selfies you'll ever see. If you want to experience Android as intended, the Pixel 3 XL is definitely the way to go. So not to hold you up any longer, let's have a closer look. So inside the box, you will see your brand new SIM-free Google Pixel XL. This one's in black. Your SIM ejector tool and your quick start guide, and along with your Google stickers, very, very important thing. Your USB-C Pixel earphones with the little ear fixer in there so it actually stays in your ear. Nice little touch, Google. Your USB-C to Type-C cable, because the power plug itself actually is USB-C, as we saw on the Pixel 3 video that I showed you recently. You also get your USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack, and also your quick switch adapter. Simply plug this in the bottom of your Pixel 3, get your other cable, plug it into here, into your other phone, and everything switches straight over. Nice and simple. I like those tools. They're good tools. Right, so let's have a closer look at the actual Pixel itself. The Pixel 3 XL looks very similar to the Pixel 2 XL. But with the two-tone black and white that we saw on the Pixel 2 being no more, you now get to choose between clearly white, just black, like this one, and not pink, which is actually pink, isn't it? But I'll let you decide that, to be honest. The design has changed much more than the general look. Previous Pixels were made of aluminium, with a window of glass around the camera. Whereas the 3 XL, as you can see here, has a full glass back with a soft touch coating on part of it for where you can hold. And I've got to say, the grip, you definitely notice it. It does make a big, big difference, because it doesn't slide out your hand quite so easy. And also, doesn't really leave fingerprints all that much, as you can see there. Now, you do get an expensive feel without leaving fingerprints ever, like on the standard glass, as you've seen. And there were rumours that the black version soft touch, this bit here, was easy to actually scratch, but I've actually seen a number of videos where people scratch it right up and then simply get their finger and wipe it off. So I wouldn't worry about that all that much. The sides are aluminium coated in matte paint, which is not the norm, as most like to show off their fancy bits. Google uses the fancy stuff, but doesn't feel they need to show it off quite so much, leaving a classy and understated design, as you can see here. But saying that, the Pixel 3 XL does have some muscle to it. You get an IP68 rate water resistance for those wet moments in case you drop it in the bath or in a puddle or anywhere wet, really. And a very fast, well-placed fingerprint scanner on the back, as you can see here. Simply place your finger on it and lock straight away. No issues whatsoever. Very easy. Like the Pixel 2, the Pixel 3 XL lacks a headphone jack, which is now becoming the norm, as a lot of you have seen in recent videos that I've done, and instead comes with that USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack in the box, which means no need to throw away those trusty headphones quite yet. You could still use it with that little adapter at the bottom, which I think is an excellent thing. Also, like the last year's Pixel, the Pixel 3 XL has a pressure-sensitive size, which is squeezed, can silence alarms and incoming calls. But really, it was actually designed for Google Assist to be much more easy for when the times that your phone is on standby, simply squeeze the sides and your Google Assist would come up. Now, I haven't set it up on this one quite yet, so it won't actually show you that. But that's what it was for. Simply give the side a squeeze and your Google Assist pops up. Lovely little touch, Google. Lovely. The lean software approach helps the phone feel very fast and responsive. Apps load super fast, a big upgrade even from a tasty mid-range model. The Pixel 3 XL has a Snapdragon 845 processor which can handle top-end games comfortably, and I didn't notice any slowing down of opening multiple apps at once. The phone handled itself perfectly. The Pixel 3 XL has some very impressive speakers with plenty of volume with the dual facing front drivers, allowing for clear sound even at high volume. Now you can choose from either a 64GB version or a 128GB storage version with the Pixel 3 XL, and there is no memory card slot, so choose carefully when choosing your memory size. But remember, you actually get unlimited photo storage on the Google Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL, so no need to worry about how many photos you've taken. They're all stored up on the cloud somewhere, floating around above you in a magical place. So that's what Google offer on the Pixel 3, unlimited photos. So most of your memory will be used up by apps and things like that. So it's up to you as to what size you go for. The Pixel 3 XL, like this one, has a 3430 milliamp battery. Now, left to play a 720p video on loop, it was down to around 47% charge after about 5 hours of play. Now, that's not all that bad, but saying that, for your everyday use, I found I got a full day's charge out of the XL, absolutely no problem whatsoever. And that was, I was streaming a lot of audio, playing games, watching YouTube during the day, and I didn't really have much of a problem getting it to bedtime. You know, it still was there. As you expect, fast charging is on board, and thanks to the new glass design that we were talking about on the back, you now get wireless charging. Whee! Google's own wireless Pixel stand charger won't juice the phone up quite as quick as the actual wired charger, but it also works as a desktop stand. It's a nice change from the plain old cheat pads which we're used to seeing and what a lot of actual manufacturers now supply. So it actually stands up a bit like that. And I will do a video on it if there is the interest and people do want to actually see the actual Pixel stand in action. I can do a video on it. Now the Pixel does even allow for a custom display to pop up when you place your phone on the Pixel stand, complete with some extra Google Assist shortcuts, which I can show you, as I said, if enough people are interested. So if you want me to do a video on the Pixel stand so you can see it in action, comment below, let me know, and I'll get one of those done for you. As for the screen, despite the single color design, the Pixel 3 XL is still one of the most recognizable top-end smartphones of 2018. The Pixel 3 XL's display quality is excellent and videos really cannot do it justice. Its Super AMOLED screen measures in at 6.3 inches with a resolution of 2960 by 1440. Now, thanks to that notch at the top, which you can see there, it does make the device seem smaller than other flagship devices, but rest assured, it is still a big phone, and there is no signs of pixelation even when you get up close and personal with the device. Fresh out the box, the Pixel 3 XL runs the cleanest version of Android 9 available. After using the phone for just a week, it's clear this version makes some big changes to the feel of Android in years. The whole structure is different now. One of the main things is to access apps, you no longer just flick straight up and all your apps appear. No. Do it now and you will see your recently used apps, along with an additional bar of shortcuts, which you use the most. Takes some getting used to, but it is a nice little touch. I see where they're coming from. And if you want to see the full range of apps, simply slide up again, and there you go. You can see the full apps menu. Of course, as I just said, it is an odd one to get used to. You know, you have to swipe it twice to get the full menu, swipe down, and there you go. But once you start using a few apps and you've been using it a little while, it will build up a whole collection of apps that you do use regularly, which will help and make it easier access in the future. Now, the Pixel 3 XL is also the first phone to launch Google's new digital wellness feature. This lets you see how much time you spend on an app over a day, set time limits for your app use, and make the screen turn monochrome at bedtime. Now, when it comes to the camera with the Google Pixel 3 XL, Google is deliberately stingy on the rear cameras. It only has one rear camera, which is a 12 megapixel camera with a 1.8 lens, just like the Pixel 2 XL. The aim is to show off Google's impressive software rather than piling on loads of hardware. It can produce great HDR images, background blur shots, and AI enhanced zoom without the need of a second rear camera. And guess what? It really does work. The Pixel 3 XL takes the least processed looking photos with the most natural color of all the 2018 top contenders. Its HDR optimization used in 99% of the shots you take. Also favors contrast over lifting shadows details. This results in rich looking images. And just like last year, Google earns its top marks for normal shooting during the day. When it comes to selfie time, there are two cameras on the front, both 8 megapixel sensors. One is an ultra wide lens for those large group selfie shots, and the other is a fast 1.8 aperture lens. And you can switch between the two cameras in app and use in between video views too. Pick the most zoomed in perspective, and the Pixel 3 XL beats every recently reviewed rival for sheer clarity and sharpness across the range of light levels. Yep, even those phones with ultra high res selfie cameras, this phone is the king of selfies. So if you're a selfie person and you like to pop selfies left, right and center everywhere, Pixel 3 XL is the one you need to go with. For video, you can shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second, and it's stabilized too, so you won't have any of those juddery mess videos when you watch them back later. They'll all be nice and smooth, which is what we like when we're taking a video. So overall, the Google Pixel 3 XL's biggest departure from last year's model is the feel of the software. You also get a bigger screen, a premium all-glass design, and a great new selfie array. This phone takes some of the most natural daylight shots with its rear cameras too, and you will have some beautiful images to share with friends and family when you use the Pixel 3 XL. Now the Google Pixel 3 XL is now available from Clove in just black like this, not pink, which is pink, and clearly white. The 64GB variant of this device comes in at £955. Or if you would prefer more storage, the 128GB version like this variant is £1,065. Now make sure to subscribe to our channel and head to our social media pages to keep up to date with all the latest news and information. As again, if you have any questions about this device in specific, or you want to put in a request, you want us to do a specific video on a phone that you've seen, you want to look at some other things, you want some accessories, whatever you want, please comment below. Let us know your thoughts. We love to hear from you guys out there. And again, thank you for watching, and I will catch you again next time.